how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and yes, for all my new subscribers, you know I'm Natalia Suri and I do everything related to books and occult sciences. You'll find a mix of both on my channel. And yes, before I share what is today's video about, I must tell you about my last video. If you feel that you know all laws of science and maths and physics, then you must check out this video. Why? Because it is about Chetan Bhagat. How is he the best-selling author in spite of those millions of dislikes out there? It's a secret you would only come to know if you check out my video. The link I am sharing it below. Do check that video out. And yes, talking of today, my today's video is on kitchen witchery. Now, what is kitchen witchery? Now, when I say witchery, the first thing that strikes me is it got something to do with black magic, the negative forces. I really don't know. That I'm going to find out only when I talk to Anujj Elviis today, who is going to share all about kitchen witchery, the spices, the cinnamon and the garlic and the ginger. Do they really hold the solution to our problems? Because out of marital or financial or health issue, 1 out of the 3 each one of us has. So I'm really keen to talk to him. How can we use the kitchen herbs to perhaps find a solution to those problems? So come, let us talk to him on the subject of kitchen witchery. And yes, break the whole idea that kitchen witchery, is it really black magic or not? We'll only find out once we chat with him. So come, join me. Hi Anujj, thank you so much for joining again, and it's really a pleasure meeting you.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me again.
Anujj, my questions today are around kitchen witchery. It's something which has always interested me. What is kitchen witchery for a normal layperson? And tell us about its origin.
Origin is quite uncertain. A lot of people think that it originated in Norway. A couple of people think that it's originated in Germany. But to be honest with you, there were much older practices, as per kitchen witchery in the European countries. The basic, like in India, we have, the grandmother recipe. That is exactly what the basis of kitchen witchery is. And if you ask me what exactly is a kitchen witchery or who is a kitchen witch, somebody who cooks up concoctions and potions and herbal remedies and stuff like that is a kitchen witch. And all of those things incorporated all together. And if you put the Wiccan angle into it, then it becomes even more elaborate. So it becomes, sort of larger than life and more than, concussions and everything like that. Because then when you put in Wicca into it, you incorporate goddess breed and goddess, for the hearth and, blessings of the, and goddess blessings of the house and the hearth, and goddess abundantia and fortuna, and then the cornucopia is involved, and well, then it just becomes huge if you put Wicca into it.
So is kitchen witchery actually black magic for a layperson?
Whenever you have cold and you make tea for yourself, so you add a little bit of ginger, little bit of clove, little bit of peppercorn, some basil leaves or tulsi leaves as we call them, a cinnamon stick, 1 bay leaf. You boil it nicely, you put your tea leaves, you boil it nicely, and then you have that tea. Is that black magic? Or it's just a concoction for your throat? Right? Yeah. So it's just a concussion for the throat. So that's not black magic. What our ancestors used to do, the practices, simple practices like whenever you have, an auspicious day or an important meeting or anything, you have to go out, or even before exams, our ancestors used to say that, it's better to have curd and some sugar in it and then step out of the house, because it'll be blessing for you and it'll be nice for you. So if you put science into it, basically Curd has a lot of, I mean, when it gets into the human body, it has a lot of chemical reaction, and then it makes you alert, and sweet gives you energy, and that is the reason why you were, it was advised in the older days to have curd and sweet to before stepping out of the house, especially in case of exams. Now, when you look into that, what exactly is that? That's a grandma's recipe, and what is grandma's recipe? That's kitchen witchery. So yeah, it's not that.
Does it involve any prayers, like you make these concoctions and then you pray, do a prayer in front of these concoctions, or if they are just normal, like having curd and sugar?
Well, if a practitioner like me is making a concoction or a potion, then definitely I will put in some charms, and I will put in some. I will incant it or charm it with my incantation and chants. But even if a normal person, or I'm sorry, the use of the word normal is incorrect, but if a layman who's not a practitioner does it, it will still have the same effect. However, if a practitioner does it, it might just have a stronger effect, so to say. So for example, if you were to come and have tea with me, I will have tea with you, and then whatever the leftover tea leaves is, I will probably do a prediction using the tea leaves for you. That's called tea leaf reading. If you're playing cards with me, I would probably use those, use that card of deck to do a prediction for you, because a lot of people don't know that cardomancy started with playing, telling people's, making predictions for people and telling people's future using a normal, deck of playing cards. So that is that. Yeah, of course. If a practitioner does it, I will, and they will put in some chants and mantras or whatever you want to call it, and we will invoke a god or a goddess accordingly. But if a layman was to do it, they will have to study and research well before they call any deity to come in. The most common deity for Indian kitchen is Devi Annapurna, because she's the goddess of abundance. But many people don't know that the European counterpart of Devi Annapurna is goddess Abundantia and goddess Fortuna, and in voodoo, Ajay, the Orisha. So all of them, like we say, it's just different paths leading to one destination, isn't it?
I'll ask you for some remedies, which people suffer from kitchen witchery, which you can suggest. Like everybody has got either a financial problem, health problem, or a marital problem. Out of these three problem everyone has. So how would you say that kitchen witchery can help a person who's very negative? We get very negative, especially in these times where people have lost their jobs, they can't pay the rent, and because of the illness. How to remove that negativity?
Now, as far as abundance and prosperity, because everybody is looking for money and stability, is concerned, there is a very, very common spice that is available in our kitchen, and it is cinnamon. Now, cinnamon can do wonders to one's prosperity and abundance. Okay, you can take 3 cinnamon sticks, tie them with a green ribbon, and hang in your kitchen or on the main entrance of your house. That will attract a lot of positivity and a lot of money-wise positivity, finances and abundance. Cinnamon powder, and blow it in all 4 directions of where you are sitting, and just simply chant money, money come to me from all directions, so mote it be. That is the simplest chant that you can say, and just blow it in 4 directions, the cinnamon powder. What you can also do is you can take cinnamon powder and sprinkle it in your wallet, or on the place where where you keep your jewelry and money and everything like that. You could just sprinkle some cinnamon there. So cinnamon is great and amazing as far as money and prosperity is concerned, and so is basil or tulsi or thyme. Okay, for protection, kitchen has similar spices to offer. You can use a combination of thyme, basil, and rosemary. dried or fresh, whatever it is, you can turn them into a powder and burn them over charcoal cake. And the smoke will clear the air, and and get rid of the negativity and offer you protection, because the magical properties of these herbs and plants are basic protection. They were used for protection. Because in the older times, if you go back to the 17th century or the 18th century, there were no medicines and injections or capsules or tablets that were invented. So the old maids or the grandmothers, everybody practiced, or majority of them practiced kitchen witchery. So they would hang up these herbs around the house and let them just dry and be there. For example, lavender was hung around the house to bring in love and peace in the house. Now, if you burn dry lavender and combine it with burning, a red candle along with that, and you pray to the universe to bring in love, that is the simplest remedy for love that you can do. So basically, don't put shackles on the universe and tell it that you want this and you want that in a person and everything like that. You just basically keep it open-ended and tell the universe that bring whoever the right person is, bring him or her into my life. And as far as removing negativity is concerned, because we are all modern now, so I will not give you traditional techniques. Let me just share a modern tip with you. Take a spray bottle, put some nice smelling perfume into it, add some peppermint oil probably in water, and put some dried rosemary and a pinch of pink salt, or Himalayan salt as we call it, and spray around the house on your curtains and beds and doors and wherever. It will remove any negativity or nazar, as we say, from that particular area.
So basically, these are the herbs which you are suggesting that one should do it. And if somebody is is there any remedy where somebody is feeling very low, and what should that person do? These days depression is a very common thing. Anything we should drink or anything of that sort?
Well, if the person or the individual is already feeling down low, I would not really recommend anything else but honey and ginger tea. That instantly lifts up your mood. However, I would also recommend that every 15 days or once in a week, in your regular mop water, add 3 pinches of salt. Okay. Also, if you can, and if you have a diffuser at home, because like I said, these are modern times, and modern times call for modern witchery tips, so to say. If you have a diffuser at home, go ahead and use lavender or rose essential in the diffuser. That will instantly lift up your spirits.
Okay. And for marital problems, any remedy you have where people have a lot of marital discords?
Well, if you put mandarin ducks, a pair of mandarin ducks in the northeast corner of your bedroom, that will bring in a lot of positive vibes. Also, you have to see how your, according to Feng Shui, because I follow a lot of Feng Shui, if you have to see the placement of the bed of the owner of the house, the master bedroom, it should not be facing any sort of a mirror. If it is facing a mirror, and when you are lying down on the bed and you can see yourself in a mirror, that is a bad juju for a marital life. Use a lot of pink, use a lot of red, use a lot of blue, but light blue, not dark blue. Dark blue is definitely not for the bedroom.
A lot of people have a dressing table which faces their bed. Now, your face should not come into the mirror. The body part coming is fine, or the entire body should not be coming in the mirror.
You should not be visible in the mirror at all.
At all. Okay.
And if the person is single, and when the person lies down on the bed and you can see yourself clearly in the mirror, that will bring difficulty in you getting married. of finding a suitable partner.
Anuj, any more tips which you would like to share with my viewers? Anything more you want to tell them?
Well, I'm glad that you asked because I wanted to share a couple of brews and potions with our viewers. So I'm going to start with the healing brew. What you need is 1 part of rosemary, 1 part sage, 1 part thyme, and 1 part cinnamon. Okay. You fill a blue glass bottle half with fresh water, and you add the ground empowered herbs to it, and you let it sit in the sun all day. If by sunset the water has been colored by the color of the herbs, it is ready for use. If not, store it in the refrigerator overnight and steep in the sun the following day. Strain the water, anoint the body, or add to bathing water while you visualizing perfect health. So this is a great tip, or a great brew, so to say. Okay. For protection, what you need is 1 part pine needles, 1 part caraway seeds, 1 part bay, 1 part basil, and 1 part of star anise. All of this is easily available in your own kitchen. Now, in a red glass bottle, half filled with water, steep the herbs in the sun for a day, strain and add to bathing water, or anoint your body for personal protection. Also, anoint protective amulets and talismans. If you wear those, you can, dip them into this brew and then wear it. It works wonders. Now, because like we said, everybody needs love, let's talk about a love brew. Okay, you need 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 piece of vanilla, like a vanilla bean, like an inch pod. Okay, 2 cups of red wine, and 2 teaspoons of rhubarb juice. But this is optional because it's not really easily available in India. Okay. So you score the vanilla bean along its length, add herbs and red wine with the vanilla bean, add 2 teaspoons of rhubarb juice if available, and you let it sit for 3 days. And then you drink it. Don't drink too much, a little bit of it. Okay. Now, the love brew that I shared with you, it works great with straight couples, or normal vanilla couples, as we call them these days. But for the LGBTQA plus community, I have a rainbow brew. What you can do, it's very simple, and it sort of aids in finding love for a person who belongs to the LGBTQA plus community. So when it rains, you wait for the clouds to break and you look for a rainbow, basically. So you have to look for a rainbow. Okay. If you find one, you put the saucer or some other non-metallic pan outside where it can catch some rain into that. You can collect some rainwater. If the rain while the rainbow is, if it's raining while the rainbow is still there and present, so you collect that water there and you preserve that water. I would not recommend preserving that water or using it for more than 2 months, because then the germs and bacteria take over. But this water you can use in either if you're doing a love spell or a love ritual for yourself, or you can just drink a teaspoon of it every day, or especially on Fridays, because Friday is the day of love. And also you can add some sort of an essential oil into it, and any essential oil that has aphrodisiac quality, you can add it to that water and just wear it behind your ears, and it'll do wonders for anybody who belongs to the LGBTQA plus community. So find love.
Any substitute to the wine you said for the lovers?
If you're non-alcoholic, I would recommend substituting red wine with cranberry juice.
Okay, fine. Okay.
All right. And in the end, the last portion or the last brew that I would want to share with you is for headache. A lot of people complain of migraines and headache, and because there is a lot of stress in the world these days. So I recommend a pinch of lavender, a pinch of chamomile, a pinch of rosemary, and a pinch of mint. So you add all of this into the coffee filter and make the coffee like you normally do, or you can put the herbs in a spice bowl and leave it in hot water for 15-20 minutes, and then you drink it. I don't recommend drinking a lot of this because chamomile will make you dizzy. So add just a pinch of chamomile, and I recommend drinking this every 15 days, not more than that.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for all the tips. I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy those tips.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So guys, I was in conversation with Mr. Anujj Elvis. You have the questions, my email address is given below. Do share likes or dislikes, as I always say. It is always very encouraging, and don't forget to press that subscribe button, because it would be wonderful if you join me on my journey, especially this special journey which I have taken on this YouTube channel. And yes, before I go, I must share my blog with you, www.nataliasuri.com. My last article was on Egyptian mythology. It will tell you about the origin of the Nile. You will meet the first pharaoh and the raga of the Egyptian gods. Do check that article out. I'm sharing the link below. And yes, do join me in my next video, which I'll be posting in very soon. Till then, you know what you need to do. Take care of yourself, keep smiling, and have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye.